Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are with our level 23 Stalker, Tiger Shrike, who has 284,000 XP and 4.22 million influence, and we are working on the somewhat buggy Wheel of Time story arc for Andrea Mitchell. Not Wheel of Time, Wheel of Destruction. Sorry, Wheel of Time is a series of novels. The Wheel of Destruction, Part 5. We've done the first 4 parts. They came all out of order 2, then 1, then 4, then 3. But we're now on 5, and hopefully it'll go in the right order. Andrea says, thanks to your hard work, we have all 4 pieces of the Wheel of Destruction. I'd like you to take these pieces to Azoria. Azoria is a person in Alice Park. We've been to her before. And she is going to use her magical skills to analyze the wheel. And so we'll head to Alice Park and give her the pieces. I really enjoy this story arc. It's quite fun. I love the Banished Pantheon. I think there's 1 or 2 more Banished Pantheon stories that are also really awesome. I like fighting them. Always have. I like cool looking mobs, cool looking enemies, and I feel like the Banished Pantheon have some of the coolest looks. I mean, not the desiccated husks, but the totems and stuff are really awesome. And so Azuria says, I will put some of my most talented mystics to work studying these pieces of the Wheel of Destruction. If we need further assistance from you, we will contact you. So we don't have the pieces of the wheel anymore. And now we'll call Andrea. And she says, it is a relief to have the Wheel of Destruction in the hands of Magi. You did a great job, Tiger Shrike. I hope the divination group over at Magi can unlock the secrets of the Wheel of Destruction. Part 6. You look like you could use an easy task. After all your work with the pieces of the Wheel of Destruction, could you patrol Independence Port for me? And we're going to go fight the family. Visit 5 locations. And we're probably not going to actually fight the family, because I'm going to be hidden. And so if they just want me to patrol and click on stuff, that will be super easy. Going to Independence Port to fight the family. I think I told the story, I'm certain I did, with my scrapper a long time ago. Going to Independence Port to fight the family always makes me think of the first time I've really played my scrapper like a scrapper. I was like 26th or 7th level, and the reason I know that is I had just at that point gotten Dragon's Tail, which is the level 26 area effect spinny kick. In those days, it was right after launch. Dragon's Tail did not do a knockdown, it did a knockback, and so you would do a spinning kick and guys would just go flying. And so I was here in Independence Port. I was doing some mission, something like this. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way, I guess. I don't know. Through here, come on. No, I don't want to go in there. We want to go that way. Hang on, let's just fly. Okay. So I was in Independence Port, and I had been hearing from scrappers, like from other scrapper players. Am I going the right way here? I need to go that way. I had been hearing from other scrapper players that they were always like fighting red and purple cons and like really high level enemies, and I was always afraid to do that, and at the lower levels you get killed doing that. And I tried doing it and got killed, and they said, no, you got to be higher level. So finally I was level 26, and I had this area effect attack for the first time. What is that over there? Oh, that's the ghost ship, guys. That's like an event. And I'm not sure what you do with it. Look at that. That is really cool. So that is the ghost ship coming through. I don't know if you... I don't think you can attack it. That's really awesome looking. So I was super jumping around here, and I was supposed to fight some family, and I saw this group of like 10 of them, 8 of them, something like that. It was a large number, and they were all like orange, and there was a red lieutenant in there, and I was like, well, let me try it. And I jumped in, and I did the area effect, and it like kicked a bunch of them away from me, and then I just started pounding, and I defeated them. And I was like, oh man, you really can do this as a scrapper. And that's when I really first became a scrapper. Before that, I was being really wimpy and like afraid to do things like scrappery things, you know, afraid to do the like the aggressive going in and just going in over your head and just don't care and just beat the crap out of everything, which is what you do as a scrapper. I was afraid to do that, and I didn't try because you know, in the lower levels, I just been killed so much by Vajalox and stuff when I was like 7th and 9th and 10th level. But by 26th level, you are just a knockout machine, I guess. Not a killing machine because we're heroes. But it's just, you're just so powerful. And you can do so much damage so fast as a scrapper. And Stalkers are the same way. Um, I really find it a very enjoyable playstyle because it is so aggressive. And what's really weird for me is that ordinarily I am an incredibly cautious player. In any sort of game, I'm always very cautious, very defensive. If you think about games like real-time simulators, I always build like massive defenses, like turtling and stuff. I wait until I'm 3 tech levels or 4 tech levels ahead of my enemy, and then I finally attack him. And what are we doing here? Are we going all the way to the south? Yeah, just going to Terra Volta. And so I'm always very, very careful and cautious, and I protect my lead, I protect my win, whatever you want to call it. I'm a very cautious player. And yet with scrappers, and to some degree stalkers and brutes, but especially with scrappers, it is a very risky, reckless kind of way to play, and very aggressive and not cautious at all. And I mean, of course, if you watch the scrapper video, yes, in the first 20 levels you're cautious, but once you get SOs, you don't need to do that. And I'm very aggressive as a scrapper and also as a stalker, compared to how like my instinct is not to be that aggressive, but for whatever reason, as a scrapper or a stalker, I just go for it. Alright, so she just got a call from Magi. The Banished Pantheon broke in and took all the pieces of the Wheel of Destruction. Magi is scrying for the current location. And here's the finale. We have to recover these relic pieces the Banished Pantheon stole from the Magi, otherwise they'll assemble the Wheel of Destruction and power it. Magi's seers have pinpointed where it is, so let's go get it. We have an hour and a half to do this. Okay. So let's... Fastest route is by swimming. We need to board the train. So let's click on the monorail. And we'll head over. Yeah, so somehow, despite the fact that naturally I'm a very defensive and cautious player, somehow Scrappers just clicked for me. And I think, maybe it's just because that's how I started, I don't know, but they just clicked for me. And now, as I've said, I spent the rest of my gaming life since 2004, every time I started a new MMO, trying to find a way to play a character that plays like a City of Heroes scrapper. So not only did the scrappers make me aggressive in the playstyle, in their playstyle for the game of City of Heroes, but it also just made me a more aggressive player in general, more risk prone and less risk averse. And ended up getting me killed an awful lot because scrappers can back it up. Alright, so now we gotta go around and find the parts of the Wheel of Destruction. And if you have watched my scrapper videos, you know I like to go around the outsides and figure out what the limits of the zone are. We're definitely going to kill some guys as we go, but I'm not going to kill everything in here because this is an enormous zone. So we'll go around the outside and see how big this zone is. It's pretty big. And I believe we're going to find the leader back here in this large structure, but the leader will not appear until we've found all pieces of the wheel. So by the way, guys, as we're doing this, I will mention I've talked before on this stream about the fact that I was going to start DMing D&D. I did that for the first time tonight. It's actually quite late. I don't normally stay up super late, but I'm just a little too, I don't know, jazzed, whatever you want to call it, from the D&D session to go to sleep yet, so I figured I'd play some City of Heroes. I don't see any glowies here yet. Oh, I hear one. And there it is. Alright, so we're going to kill this guy. Come on. So yeah, I played D&D tonight. I DM'd D&D tonight for the first time in I don't know how many years. It was certainly not a perfect session, but I think everybody had fun. And I had a lot of fun. And there weren't any disasters. I didn't kill the whole party in the first battle with the zombies. And now we're going to get the powers of the Wheel of Destruction. So this is a minor damage melee. We're not going to keep these guys. They don't stay forever. They you just get these powers for the mission. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was me and 4 players. We did it over Zoom, and I made a map in another piece of software called Dungeon Studio Pro, I think. But we basically just used PowerPoint to share my screen from PowerPoint with the other players, and did the maps that way, and just moved their markers around so they could see what was going on. And we only had one battle. Some zombies attacked the Roman town. They were like battling in the forum. So my players, when given a couple choices, really surprised the heck out of me, because one of the options they gave them was we could play in an alternate version of the Roman Empire, and I was sure they were going to say no. I was sure they were going to say, nah, we'd rather play a more standard, typical D&D campaign. And instead, they unanimously said, no, we want to play in the Roman Empire. That's cool. And so I think they liked it because it was different. And so now I'm trying to make it feel very Roman. And so I thought it was appropriate that we would start, you know, where people met in the Roman Empire, which was in the Forum. Okay, we need 3 more artifact pieces. 2 pieces, nope, 3, still 3 to find. So we had to close that portal, I guess. But we still need to find the rest of the artifacts. And I don't remember where these are, and I don't actually know if they are always in the same place. I know I had a lot of trouble finding the pieces when I did this with Silver Phoenix. So obviously the game wants you to go down this path. right? Because it comes right out from the entrance. And of course, I'm going to kill some of these guys as we go. I mean, the lieutenants are kind of irresistible because it's just really good XP and everything. And see, there we get 497 XP, 596 influence. So we actually get a little more influence than we get XP for a lieutenant. Okay, I don't think there's anything in there. That's like the ending. Before the ending, we've got to click on these things. And we just got another power. This is a ranged power. So this is a ranged moderate damage fire attack. And so in addition to looking with your eyes, you've got to listen with your ears. And when you hear the glowy sound, you know you're near one. Oh, we got a couple of enhancements that we can sell. There aren't any pieces over here, are there? No, I don't think so. Alright, well, I'm going to keep looking. There's a whole section over here that I haven't done. Straight this way. There we go. And I bet there's one over here. Maybe not. Now that's where the portal was. Yeah, I can never find these. It's always really hard to find them. No matter how hard I look. I can never find these glowies. We've still got two more. If we can get one of them, we should get an asterisk on the map for the other one. I don't know, guys. I feel like I've been pretty well all over this map except in here. Ah, there's one. And then the other one should pop up. No, it didn't. Well, that's a little frustrating. And we now got a resistance power, 1 to go. Nothing over here. Well, where haven't I been? I mean, this corner up here, but that's where the other portal was. Well, I can't go up there right now anyway, because I don't have the jump active. It's still recharging. This is where I really wish I had, like, flight or something. so that I could get up and stay up and look down to see if I could find this thing. Well, guys, I'm going to keep looking, and I'll bring you back when I find it. I'll just pause until then. And we're back, and here is the final piece of the Wheel of Destruction. And now we got to beat this kind of lieutenant or boss guy. We got another temporary power. And now we have to defeat Arcos. So he's going to be over here. And that's him, and he's only a lieutenant, so he's going to die immediately. One shot. Oh, when we leveled up, guys, I killed a couple of lieutenants, and one of the last ones I did leveled me up. And so we're now going to be level 24, and we're going to be able to get hasten. We've got 14 reward merits. Our total number of reward merits now is 140. We've got still a lot to go to get all 6 of the first set of archetype origin enhancements. We're going to need 600 of these. But we got an iron salvage, so that should earn us a lot of money. And we got some recipes, I think, 1 or 2. And we have completed the story arc. So let's take a look at the clues after defeating Arcos. So let's see. No, we just got the 4 empowered things. We don't really have any additional clues. And story arc is complete. Azaria couldn't be more grateful. She promised to personally take charge of warding the pieces of the Wheel of Destruction against further Banished Pantheon raids. I couldn't ask for a better partner. Alright, so that's probably the end of her storylines. And now we're going to go to Talos Island, where I always go to level up. And we're going to take probably hasten. I don't think any other powers have become available to us at level 24. 26 is the next primary power, and that will be which one is it? Eviscerate. Train up to a new level. Yep, we can't get anything but swipe, and I'd rather have hasten. So now we can speed our powers up. And that's going to be awesome. I think we'll stop here, guys. I'm pretty tired, and after having a whole evening of D&D. So I will see you next time. Until then, I am Scarperlock, and this has been City of Heroes Rebirth.